Hi, my name is Sarah and today I'm going to be reviewing the new Star Wars movie, Rogue One. Yay! I just saw it this morning. I just came back from seeing it like just a few hours ago because it opened up today in New Zealand. So I hope that you enjoy my review. Woohoo! So this is my first YouTube video, or like review, or like of me talking, so this is, I apologise for if I say a lot, because this is really weird for me talking into a camera. So basically a little background info on me. I am a photography student, I go to art school, and I love Star Wars obviously, otherwise I wouldn't be reviewing this movie. But my favourite Star Wars movie has got to be The Force Awakens. Don't get me wrong, I love the original trilogy. I didn't mind the prequels. I've mixed opinions about the prequels. I did like number 3-ish, but yeah, number 2, I hate number 2. It's whiny and drags on too much. Anyway, but no, I love The Force Awakens. I was kind of really excited when they said that they were going to do an anthology film, because I can't wait until episode 8. Like, I'm barely holding on as it is. So when I heard that they were going to do like an anthology movie in between every year, I was getting really excited, because obviously it's something to tide you over until like for the main like event, I guess, if you could say that, the main episodes. So I've been looking forward to Rogue One. I've been wanting to watch it for about a year, and when I saw the trailer for the first time I got goosebumps, and it was so good, and I was just, oh my gosh, I can't explain it. It was just so like mind-blowing, and oh my gosh, I almost cried in the trailer. So Rogue One opened today in New Zealand, which is the Thursday the 15th of December 2016. So I do realise that we are ahead of the States by a few days, so they don't open it until their Friday, which I think is 2 days from now, or like roundabout. I don't know when the actual like thing is. I don't know. I don't know what the time difference is. They might be already into Thursday by now, but we get it on Thursday because that's when all our movies open. So I went and saw it this morning. It was the first session at my local cinema. It was the 9:30 session, and I was so excited. I woke up early. I was like, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to see this because I've been waiting for so long to see it. So basically, walked up to the cinema, and it was really cool. And I'm a real sucker. Like, oh my gosh, I love like collector's stuff. They had a Rogue One like drink and popcorn combo, and like it had a cool cup, and like the box of popcorn had Rogue One on it. It was really exciting. So I caved in and I bought the collector's cup. It was like $15, but it was totally worth it because it's so cool. So it looks like this. This is it. It has like a little Death Star right on the top of it. I don't know whether you guys can see that. So it's like a little Death Star, and it's really cool, and basically on the sides it's got like Director Krennic and some Death Troopers and the Imperial side. I don't know whether that's in focus or not. And then on the other side it's got the Rebels, it's got all the cool characters, the cool new characters, and all the cool ships and stuff, and it's really, really cool. So I don't have any regrets. So that will just kind of sit next to one, because I got a Chewbacca one when I went to see The Force Awakens, and that was really cool, and so I've got that one. I went to a different cinema this time, but like this is really cool and I'm super stoked with it. So basically, so Rogue One, oh my gosh, okay, so I'm gonna try and not give away any spoilers because that would just suck. But yeah, okay, here we go. My first initial reaction when the title came on, and I'm gonna try and not give away any spoilers. It didn't have, oh okay, spoiler alert, just skip past this bit if you want. It didn't have an opening crawl, which I was kind of, I don't know whether I was disappointed at that, because obviously like the quintessential Star Wars is the Long Time Ago in a Galaxy Far Far Away, and I had that, but and then like Star Wars, and then the opening crawl with all the cool things, and then the thing, and but it didn't have the opening crawl, which I was kind of, I don't know whether I was surprised. I was surprised to see that it didn't have an opening crawl. I don't know whether I'm disappointed about that, but like the opening was really different, but in a really cool way. So basically, oh my gosh, it opened, like the cinematography was incredible, like, oh my gosh. It's so nice. Coming from a photography student, I love good cinema, like films with good cinematography, and this movie had such good cinematography. It was just really nice. So basically, it didn't have an opening crawl, which I was kind of disappointed about, but like the opening is very different to what we kind of expect from Star Wars. So basically the plot of Rogue One is the rebels going to steal the Death Star plans. Like, we all kind of know what's going to happen, because like of course it leads into A New Hope, and you obviously know that like they got the Death Star plans because otherwise they wouldn't have been able to like, yeah, do the movie, because you know, obviously they've got to have the Death Star plans, and they had the Death Star plans, so you kind of know how it's going to end. But it's a very bittersweet kind of ending, I would say. Without trying to give too much away, it's very bittersweet, it's very sad. I kind of bawled my eyes out in the cinema, and which was really embarrassing because I had two people like sitting on either side of me, and it was just really awkward because I was like trying not to like start sobbing, but it was just like I was crying. It was intense, it was very intense. But it's very beautiful, but very bittersweet ending, if I could say anything. Basically, this whole film it's a lot darker than the Star Wars we kind of used to, I guess, if you could say that. The tone of it is very dark. It's, all the colours are very kind of not muted, but they are a little bit. It's very dark, like, and I don't say that in like a cinematography way, which it kind of was, but it's a lot grittier, I guess, if I could say gritty, I don't know, than in all the previous Star Wars films. I think there's a definite shift in tone with Rogue One. Rogue One is very kind of, it's like a war movie. Not that saying that Star Wars isn't like a war movie, if you could say that, but it's very different. The tone of it is quite different, but in a really cool way, and it works. So you kind of like, I think for me, right at the beginning was kind of when I was like, oh, this doesn't kind of feel like Star Wars. It's just, I mean, yeah, there's space, and yeah, there's like planets and stuff, and yeah, there's like the Death Troopers, but it didn't really feel like Star Wars until kind of later on in the movie. And I don't know whether that was like a definite thing, but it's very different than what we kind of used to in the Star Wars universe, in the Star Wars like realm, both in imagery wise and sound wise, even though the soundtrack is just completely different. Like, think of like the original trilogy and the prequels and Force Awakens. Like, there's a definite shift in music between those films and Rogue One. Rogue One is kind of, I don't know how you would describe it. It doesn't have a lot of the kind of like the melodies that we used to. I loved it. It was just such a good movie. I don't think you have to be a fan of Star Wars to kind of get the movie, which I think was really cool. It's kind of like it belonged in that universe, but it was also kind of like a separate entity. So basically, character-wise, oh my gosh, okay, so my favourite new character would either have to be Jyn Erso or Captain Cassian Andor, I think his name is. I'm looking at the... Yes. I think everyone was expecting like Darth Vader, like Darth Vader. Everyone was like really excited for that. He doesn't get a lot of screen time, I have to tell you that, but there is a really cool scene right at the ending that is just super, like, he's just such like a boss. So cool. Anyway, so Jin Urso I thought she was a really good, strong female lead. Obviously with The Force Awakens we had Rey, and like I love Rey with my whole heart because she's just amazing. But it was just really cool to see another cool, strong female lead character who wasn't dependent on anyone else, but that she was just there for herself, and she was there for like her own kind of plan. Captain Cassian Andor, he was also one of my favourite characters. He's just really cool, and his character progression I think was just amazing. Like, I don't know, like he just had a really strong character progression throughout the whole movie, so it kind of like he starts off being really like not uptight, but just like, you know, like, and then he kind of softens a little bit throughout the movie, which is really cool, and he kind of starts to realize like that there's a bigger purpose, like, well, he knows that there's a bigger purpose, but he kind of realizes it's like a different shift in his character, which I think was really cool and really awesome to see. I'm gonna say this wrong, Chirrut Imwe and Baze Malbus. So their duo was really cool to see. Chirrut Imwe is hilarious in like a dry kind of way. Like, I don't want to give too much away, but he's just so funny, like, oh my gosh. Baze Malbus is just like, he's just really cool. He's a really cool, like, he's a cool tank and whatever. K2SO, the droid, he's really cool as well. He's quite funny in like a dry kind of sense of way. And obviously director Orson Krennic, he's really cool. He has a really cool role. He kind of, like, I feel for him a little bit because all he wants is to take credit for the Death Star, and people aren't letting him do that. Spoiler alert, sorry. Yeah, it's a very good movie. I 10 out of 10 recommend it. If you haven't gone and seen it yet, or if you're wanting to go and see it, or if you're just wondering like, oh my gosh, is it like as good as like the other ones? Well, obviously it's very different, but it's really good, and part of me wants to say it's a little bit better than The Force Awakens, but they're both separate entities in their own right, and I think that they're kind of like, it's just very gritty and it's very new and it's very cool, and I definitely want to go see it again because I just saw it in 2D, so I want to go back and see it in 3D, and I'll probably rewatch it in a few weeks, but I'm really excited. I was so excited. It's such a good movie, and if you get the chance to go see it, then definitely do because it's amazing. So anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed my review. But yeah, I hope that it was informative, and I definitely recommend it, and I can't wait to see it again, or until it comes out on DVD and Blu-ray, and I can't wait for episode 8, which is really exciting. I'm really excited about it, but yeah, it's a very good movie, and in short, go and see it. You'll not be disappointed. Yeah, alright. Bye.